Yeah. Okay.
Good luck, chef.
Oh yeah. Sugar's being so hard. We got the bananas. Maui, what's up? Let me double check this recipe. What do you call it? Try that way. What is the difference? Shall see. It's coconut. Okay. Well, we don't have that, so I'm gonna switch it around. I'm just gonna do it anyway. Is this the one we did last time? I think so. Caramel. Alright. Oh, my back. Something sat in the chair for too long. Alright. Alright, that's pretty easy. Okay, so let me. I wish some places just took you to the recipe. They gotta break down all this shit to you. It's like, dude, can I just tell me what I need? Yeah. Recipe. Alright, so 1 cup of sugar to 6 tablespoons of butter, I guess it is, right? I think heavy cream goes in towards the end. Wait, you just do the sugar with heat and nothing in it? Huh. Well, we're going to attempt that and see how it works, you know what I'm saying? So 1 cup. So is everyone... Okay, we got people in here. Let's see. Let's go back up. No, not smaller. Hello? There we go. What's going on? Okay, cool. Grabbing food while watching this? Alright, oh yeah. Got the new measuring cups today. Busting these bad boys out. Also got some new glass ones. Shout out to Pops for picking up some cool shit. Oh, to top that off, I got rid of the plastic ones. We got some metal measuring spoons now. So we're gonna be using all of these today for this, as well as the baking. Cooking, not so much, because it's just chopping up fries and making burgers. But the baking part, we got some stuffs. Some new toys to mess with. So we need 1 cup of sugar to make this caramel sauce. This is gonna be for the banana bread. So, a bit more. Bit more. All right, it's about a cup, and there's a little bit of space, but a cup, you know. All right, so according to this thing, it says just to let this melt. Once it starts melting, that's when I'm gonna throw in my butter, which I'll do that now. If you ever know a good butter to use for when you're doing sauces like this, caramel, chocolate, peanut butter sauce, whatever you're making, get unsalted. Salted can work too, but sometimes it can give you more than what you're looking for. If you use unsalted, you're getting the flavor, but not the saltiness. Now for caramel, I will be adding salt later because I do like a nice sea salt caramel, and I think that will pair with the banana bread a little bit better. But yeah, we're going to be using 6 tablespoons of this today. So let me cut down my little butter chunk here. Look at that. Pretty much on the money. It's a little crooked, but good enough, right? So we're gonna set this aside for now. That's gonna be used later once this, apparently it's just gonna melt down, but I'm gonna need, hopefully this is non-stick enough and we don't get, yeah. I don't want it to get to the point where it's sticking to the pan and causing problems, so. Make sure we stir this. I'm gonna turn on the heat just a little bit. I don't want to boil it. We want this to warm up and kind of melt at the same time. They said it was going to turn into little clumps. So, and then from there we add the butter in, and then we'll keep mixing and stirring. I just don't want it to stick to the bottom of this pan. So, especially because it's sugar. Sugar, when you cook it, can get very sticky and fuck up your foods. Like a lot of people with barbecue sauce or teriyaki sauce specifically, because they're both high sugar sauces. A lot of people fuck that up for ribs and stuff, and they put it on too early, and then they get this really burnt taste on their ribs. And it's like, yeah, because there it goes, starting to melt. You added it too soon. Like a lot of those sauces, if they're sugar based, you got to know when to use them, and it's usually at the end to glaze it and maybe add some char. But if you put it on too early for ribs, or you put teriyaki sauce on too early for chicken and bake it, that shit will burn so bad, especially pan frying. Oh man. Oh, starting to get a liquid down there. You know, I don't think I've ever just melted sugar like this. Usually I think I did last time I did sugar with the butter. And I browned it, so this is a bit different. Simple. As you can see, we're trying to get just to caramelize and melt down. It's going to turn into clumps. You're not going to be able to see it too well, but about medium heat, almost right down the middle. You don't want it too high. You don't want the shit to be burning. You want it just to melt. So melting temperature, whatever that is for your stove, find it, use it. That's probably going to be about medium lower end, more than medium high end. Oh yeah. Yum, yum. I'm also be making some apple pie cookies here this week, so I'm going to be sharing that recipe. That's going to be fun. Speaking of them, I got them right here, my little apples. Never done that before. I had a random idea for it. Look at that. Oh my god, look at this color already. Oh, baby. Love making this shit. This is only my second time making caramel sauce, by the way. Never really made it too much. Oh, yeah, it's starting to get ooey gooey. We got a big-ass chunk of sugar in there that needs to melt down, though. I bet you if I just like... okay, don't do that. That was really hot. Flavor is good though. Some liquid hot sugar. Alright. We're getting there. We're getting some color. Oh yeah. Starting to get that dark color. I'm gonna throw in, turn this down a bit actually. So we're gonna throw in our butter now. Oh yeah. Get you guys a bit closer. Get you in the action, you know what I'm saying? There we go. Give me a little top down view. It's like I need a snickerdoodle cookie. Okay, okay. Like you want actual like Snicker pieces? Like we're talking like peanut butter chocolate, peanut chunks? Or like snickerdoodle like traditional. I'm just kidding. I know you mean snickerdoodle. I'm going to pull this off the heat for a second because it's very, very hot. That stopped doing its crazy stuff. I think it was a half a cup of cream we're throwing in, so. Okay. Oh shit, I wasn't trying to put that over there. Poured out the dang side. Mix this up. Now I'm doing this now because I want this to be able to sit and cool before I need to use it later down the road for the banana bread, because I don't want to be throwing boiling hot caramel sauce onto a cold dough, you know what I mean? Don't want anything pre-cooking. Okay, just sit for a bit. Needs to cool. Sit over there. I need to clean some of that caramel up. Oh my god, this stuff dries like it's candy apple. Oh my god, you see that? Oh shit, that's what I get. I can try some cleaner. I need like some Gooby Gone for this shit, dude. That's wild. Oh, that shit's on there. Note to self, don't set fresh caramel or sugar down on the counter. God damn. Alright, so that's the color we got. I don't know if you guys can see that. Nice rich. So that's gonna sit over time. When it's sitting, it's gonna thicken up too. Some of the sugar didn't melt. That's also probably why I didn't want to do it that way, because the pan I use, I'm sure it stuck to it a little bit. I do want to try some of this, but I don't want to burn myself again, so I gotta get it when it's not hot. Ooh. Oh yeah. That's like exactly what it needs to be. Oof. It's almost like a caramel apple flavor. That's what it reminds me of. Oh, that shit's good. Oh yeah, that's gonna be great later. All right, now that that's done, put this back. We don't need this sugar yet. That'll be for the banana bread later. I do want to take a little bit of. I like a sea salt caramel, so I am gonna add on top. Come on. Maybe a little less than that. Alright, so probably about like half a teaspoon. No more than that, you know? And we're just going to take this and kind of just drizzle on top. And then you can see the salt in there. If you want, you can kind of just mix it up. I just put my spatula and everything away, but then to give it a couple little stirs. Should have like a slightly salty flavor. You don't want to put too much. A little bit goes a long way. They can go from good to bad real quick. And if you ever over salt something, you can fix it. That's kind of, you just go backwards and do what you did to get it not to be salty, which would be adding probably more sugar. Those are on the side for now. I'm just going to set this here. Alright, so next I'm probably going to show you guys how I prep that food in house. Yes, sir. Enjoy your food, man. All right, I'm gonna show you guys how I do my fries. A little bit of a process for those, but it should be fun. I'm gonna move this mat because it's always in my way. So, if you have one at home, take a bowl, metal bowl, doesn't really matter. As long as you have some bowl you can use to store some water in. We're going to go ahead and fill this with cold water to like... Actually, no, we can leave it empty for now. I'll fill it once the potatoes are in there. I'll show you that way instead. So, I'm going to move this over. Got that. I'm going to clean the cutting board real quick. I got some a little bit of cream on there on accident. Salt on there. Okay. So I am gonna probably move you guys over there just for the sake of you can see better. So unplug this real quick. Okay, so hopefully if I'm cutting, waiting for my camera to catch up, make sure you guys can see this pretty clear. Oh, perfect. Okay. So we're gonna use, you know what, since we're doing some prep, some French fries, we're gonna be ridiculous and we're gonna use the big boy cleaver. Because I love using that knife and never get to use it enough. As for potatoes, we got the River Gold golden potatoes today. These are going to be fire. Usually you can use like russet potatoes, red potatoes. But honestly, when you're making French fries, you can kind of use whatever you want, to be honest. As long as you cut them up right and they're about even so you can fry them evenly, you're sitting good, you know? That was a little bit big, but we're gonna run with it and see. Okay, I'm gonna rinse these real quick, get all like the extra dirt off of them, bring them back. Okay. Freshly washed. Ready to go. This should be enough, so I'm just cooking for me and my pops, so I'm not going to do a shit ton because I don't want to be wasteful. Usually I use the air fryer, but our air fryer is a bit small, so it's been a bit of a pain. Like even doing probably like this much for French fries would probably almost overfill the air fryer because you can make a decent amount with just this. But yeah, so what I do to make it safe for cutting, you can pick either end depending how your potatoes shape because they're all going to be shaped differently and not so even as you can see in the sizes. Take a top off either. Usually if you have a more flat side kind of already here, like this isn't bad, I would get more of the point side like and take this off. So we're going to start there. I'm just going to take a little bit off the top, not too much. I'm still going to save that. This is going to get fried as part of a French fry, which those are great to have, honestly. A little snack at the end. But we're going to leave like this. And what we're going to do is take this and kind of find whatever looks kind of flat or symmetrical with you. I know it's a potato, it's round, and it ain't going to ever look flat. But whatever looks like you can chop, you know. Because what we're going to do is take it like this and do down the middle to get our French fry shapes. We're basically sizing out how thick our French fries are going to be here. So for instance, I'm going to start here and do something like that. So, give you an idea. And then we're going to keep going through. Try to keep it as even as possible. Sometimes it'll be a little uneven. Totally fine. You basically made that flat spot just so you have a flat surface to work with, so you don't have the potato kind of rolling on you as you're trying to cut it. That one's going to be a little bit weird because it was left a little thin at the end. Again, if it's not even, it's totally fine. I'm going to go from here now and go back long ways. And then from here, again, you are going to be looking at the sizes. So now you can see the cuts of your fries and what size you want. So realistically, that's about a perfect French fry size. Not too long, not too big. Got the right consistency. They're kind of even all the way across the board. This guy's a little different, but that's also like just the potato itself. But yeah, we're going to run them all like this, and this is kind of what we're going for. So we're going to take these guys, throw them in there, bada bing. We're going to keep going through and just finish again. That's why I like this knife. It's great for displaying because one, it's a black background, so you'll be able to see everything pretty clear. And then it gives you an idea of what the cuts are supposed to look like. You know what I mean? Great knife. Not just for chopping up big pieces of meat. This could be used for displaying. Now this is going to be tricky. So like these off-end pieces are usually like what trips me up because you can see this is thicker and then this gets thinner down here. So this could be a little weird to work with. Again, make your best judgment. You might have something that'll be a little bit chunkier on one side, but you can also just make it a bit thinner so it compensates for it being, you know, uneven on either side. So we're going to cut that thin. Keep this on this side. We'll go 1, 2, maybe. I probably could have left that one, but we'll take it. And yeah, so uneven piece, as even as we can get. And yeah, we're gonna keep chopping and rolling here. I'm showing you guys as I go. Bam, bam. It also helps that potatoes have like the liquid or starch in them, so it kind of sticks on its own. Like, looks like you can turn it sideways and it just won't fall off. So it's actually kind of fun working with potatoes. All right, so new potato. Oh, man of my word, I'm not wasting this. It's going in there. Again, same process. Again, that right there. Throw it in. Find the size you want from the top. Chop it down. Oops. Alright, I'm gonna thin this one out again because I don't like that. Alright, so we'll leave it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bam. French fries. These are a bit thinner, so I did that thicker cuts. And like, you'll get used to it as you go because even like, my cuts aren't even. It's also partially this potato. I mean, you guys can see it. And like, exactly. Quote that man right there. No such thing as a wrong size French fry. That needs to be a fucking t-shirt. That's money right there. That's the realest shit I've ever heard. If I ever hear someone complain about the size of their French fry, take their French fries away. They don't deserve that shit. What do you mean? Eat your gosh damn fries, man. Like, fuck. Like, bam. I'm making that a fucking bumper sticker or a motto, dude. That's so good. Oh my god, Grim dropping the bars. Alright, we're just keep on moving with these potatoes. Starting over again. I'll keep repeating as I go. And that one was a little bigger than I wanted, so I'm just gonna chop it down a bit. We're gonna get it from the side, wherever it looks most even. Pick your sides as you go down. And then go ahead and make your chops. And then I usually just go from this side and then just rock it back and forth. Shouldn't have to really move anything. Shouldn't be cutting your hand either. If you keep your fingers rolled, kind of just keep it a distance. And when you get close, I mean, you don't really ever have to get close enough that your fingers should be in the way. So that's a bit on the thicker side. I might trim this. Yeah. Try to keep them as even as I can, to be honest. Alright. We're getting there, we're getting there. I'm going to start speeding it up a little bit just because I don't want you guys to be watching me chop fries for 20 minutes. But that's 3 small potatoes so far, and that's about enough for 2 people to share. I mean, of course, I could probably put this whole thing down. Don't get me wrong. I love fries. Eat it right in front of them. Alright, so now we got the bigger potato. So these were all evenly sized, so this one's going to be a bit trickier. So what I would do, instead of even cutting any of the tip off, we're going to cut it straight down the middle, because that gives us about the size of how those other potatoes were if you look at them this way. You know what I mean? So I try to even it out the best I can. So we're just going to straight go down the middle. Now we got basically the same process. Instead of cutting just the tip of the potato off, we did it halves to get the size to be smaller. So we're going to find, again, the flattest side. So you mean, like, see if you try to cut it this way, see how the potato, this is rounder this way, and you got flatter sides here compared to here. So I'm going to want to use the flat side as possible to get, like, for French fries at least. So again, find your size. That's what your fries are going to look like right there. And then set it aside. Do the same thing. Repeat, repeat, repeat. As it's cooking itself, is just repeating the process until you get it right. And then you can come in here and go this way if you wanted to, and you got your fries. So we're gonna keep on trucking, get this moving. I'm gonna do them this way just for the sake of size. A lot of it's eyeballing too. Make your best judgment when you're cutting and looking, and if it looks better to cut it this way, obviously you wouldn't, because then if you try to cut it this way, your fries are gonna be like a graph bar. It's gonna go up and down, up and down. But if you turn it this way, for the most part, until you get to the skinnier part, you're going to have pretty even, consistent fries for the first couple cuts until here. But even then, it's not that far off. Like fries are never consistent, which is fine. All right, so we got those. Let's see, finish these off. I'm a little quiet, I'm just focused in, trying to get these ready to go. I'm still showing you guys the process though. Same thing I've been saying for the past 5 minutes. Chop them up, get them ready, make them look good, get your sizes right. So that looks about the same as the small potatoes, right? Couldn't even tell the difference. And that's 4 potatoes. 3 small ones, 1 medium sized to bigger potato. And that's a lot of fries. Like this has got like, there's a couple pounds of fries right here, minus the bowl itself. So I mean, plenty of fries here. So now this is here. We're gonna take this guy. I'm gonna move you guys. Don't mind my dishes right now. I'm about to load the dishwasher here in a second. Cold water, as cold as your sink will give it. Go ahead and just get it till it covers, basically submerges the fries evenly. Shake them up, make sure they're not sticking to the bottom. All right, so for example, I always shake it a little bit just to kind of even them out. That's what you're looking for right there. Nice little level. The water's right here, the fries right below it. So then we're gonna take this now. Stick you guys here. Set you back down real quick. Sorry, all the movement. There we go. All right, so now, little trick right here. Probably have this in your house somewhere. Bet you got a box of cornstarch. Make sure it's good first. Make sure it's not expired. Some people forget they have this shit in their fridge, or in their cabinets, and it goes bad. So cornstarch does go bad. We're gonna take a little bit of this. I got these giraffe-like spoons here, so these are pretty cool. I don't even know where we got these from. They're just random spoons, but it makes it easy to get in boxes like this. I'm gonna go ahead and do probably like a couple of little teaspoons. That's about a teaspoon size, maybe a little bit more. We're just gonna put that in there. I'm gonna do one more, and maybe just for, this is kind of an experiment depending on how many fries you're doing type ordeal. There's no real like measurement that I've come across. There probably is online, but I freehand everything, so this is me just fucking doing it off rim. So I'm gonna go in here with, you can use this, you can use a spatula, whatever you want to use. Just make sure you have room to move it around. You're not launching fries out of here. I'm just gonna go make sure all the cornstarch gets mixed up and dissolved so it doesn't sit at the bottom. It might still sit at the bottom. If it does, before you strain it, just make sure you get your hand in there and like break up all that cornstarch so it doesn't just, you don't have a big clump at the bottom of your bowl. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and just finish this with the hand real quick. Make sure the bottom's good. All right, so we're gonna leave this for now. Let that sit right there. And then I'm gonna put a timer on for about maybe 5. Let's do 7 minutes. Let's do something random. Let these soak in there for a bit. Then we're gonna go ahead and take this and strain it. And then we're gonna towel dry these. We're not gonna wipe them off or go crazy with it. We are simply just gonna pat them dry and then throw them back into the same bowl once we've wiped the bowl out. And we're gonna put a little bit of olive oil and then do all of our seasonings. And then the fries are ready to be put into the oven. So almost there. I'm gonna rinse this off real quick. All right, and then for the meat today, I haven't even shown you guys the hamburger meat. We got this in the local market down the street. They sell these, I think it's $4.50 per cut, and you think you get a half pound, or these are quarter-pound chunks of ground steak. So not just ground beef. This is actual like ground, like I think it's prime steak or right below prime. It's not chuck, so I think it's choice or higher, but pretty good quality meat. The price is pretty good. They're actually called like smash burger packs. So I'm probably going to take these, and for my dad, I'm giving him a full-size burger. For myself, I'm going to break these down into 2 smaller sliders because I got the bread, which I got to show you guys. So for Pops, we got the onion poppy seed bread. I wish companies sold smaller packs. Like, I wish I could buy a 4-pack. Like, I don't have a family big enough to use 8 buns. Like, I'm going to use all these, but you know what I mean? Like, where's the 4-packs for like 1 or 2 people that want to have a couple throughout the week, you know? Like, not a 8-pack of fucking buns. But anyways, that's my little rant about buns in the bun industry. Speaking of that, high numbers, we got these ones. These are my personal favorite. I grew up with these. Of course, the Hawaiian brand, but we're going to try Pepperidge Farm. We're going to see how they are, but Slider Sweet Hawaiian, 12 mini buns. So I'm going to cut my patties smaller so I can make myself some little Hawaiian sliders. So, super excited. Gonna be good. We got the onion bread. We got the sweet Hawaiian bread. We got the golden potatoes soaking in the cornstarch water. You guys saw the caramel for later for the banana bread. That's going to be going down. It's actually, let you guys take a look at that. You know what? Let me show you just how I roll. You know what I'm saying? Just so you guys, you can't tell me that ain't a fucking caramel sauce, my dudes. Oh my God, look at the drip. Can we just can someone slow-mo this and send me just the drip right here? Crazy, right? All right. Oh man, I can't freaking wait to make this banana bread. Oh, baby, that shit's rich. Ooh, fuck, that's good. Oh man, I'm stoked. I got goosebumps. That was good. It's still kind of warm a bit. Oh, fresh caramel with that still like slightly warm. Totally different. Damn, that's good. Oh, it's better than the last one. Holy shit. I caramelized it more and it came out better. So I like that sugar method. I like doing it that way over the other way that I did from the last recipe that I found. Okay. So we got 4 minutes. What can we do? Let's see. I'm gonna put this. I think I can prep some onion for the burgers. I got pickles already. Oh, let me show you guys these Bad Mama Jammas right here. We the Pickle, Pittsburgh Pickle Company. So these are kind of like a sour dill pickle. Fuck, these are so freaking good. Like, deliciously good. Like, also a trick, if you're ever frying anything, like fried chicken, even French fries or like chips or whatever, if you soak a little bit of your product in, or whatever you're making, in some pickle juice, it will add, especially for fried chicken, it will make your fried chicken pop like tenfold. Little tip of the tray, but we're gonna, cause I'm a madman, and I just eat these things like they're freaking chips. So, oh, the sourness, I love it. Oh my God, so good, delicious. I need to grab another bowl. Oh yeah, if you guys just see me jumping through a bunch of things, I'm ADHD. It's just the way my brain works. So I'm a bit sporadic when I do stuff. But it works for cooking somehow. I feel like it's meant hand in hand. It's like chaos, you know, going along with chaos, which is great. Alright, so very simple for the onions. I don't have a whole onion to show you the base start, but do I have any? I thought I had one. I could at least showed you how to cut it down, but next time I think I showed onions before, but I'll show it again next time. But pretty much, if you have a whole onion, let's just imagine this is all here, still wrapped up. What you can do is usually where the roots are, like the little hairs coming off, you want to leave that alone. That's what prevents less tears when you're cutting an onion. You're still going to probably get tears regardless because of the juices and the stuff it releases when you cut it. But what you do is you go the opposite side of where the root base, like where it was pulled out of the ground from, and you're going to do like a potato. You're going to take just the tip of the onion off, peel off any extra skin or protective layer that doesn't need to be there, and from there, you're going to trim it down and you're going to cut it in half from the root side. So you're gonna get wherever that root is, and you're gonna cut right down the middle of it and split it in half. And then from there, you can use the onion for slices like this. You can do the side method to do dicing onions, stuff like that. But since for the burgers, I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm just doing some sliced onions on the side. I'm gonna try to do them as thin as possible. Let's see how thin we can do it with this big knife, yeah? So this is the last cut. Not bad. It's about a quarter inch, I think. Maybe a quarter inch. I mean, it gauges up a little bit as you go up, but yeah, pretty small. If my knives were sharper, this would be a little bit easier to do, but honestly, it's about the same size. See, here it's a bit thinner. Now it's got like this little wave to it, you know? All right, I hear you. Okay, so since it's just like a couple burgers we're doing, we don't need a lot of onions. This will be enough right here. So a little onion bowl. Put it on the side. Put this back up. Now, if the timer's gone off, I can show you guys that process. So I'm gonna take this guy. I'm gonna strain it out real quick. I'm gonna move this because I need to lay it down. So. Get the towels. Let me go strain this real quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so I got that. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these out. Sometimes there's still a little bit of water on the bottom. I usually try to take them out by hand, that way you don't dump any excess water accidentally. Better be safe than sorry, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna take this out. See, there's still a little bit that didn't quite pour out. So if I would have just dumped this right now, I would have had all that onto the paper towels, making it harder to dry because then I would have had a pile of wet paper towels. So dump this out, I'm gonna rinse it. We're gonna reuse this right now. Okay, so now that we have all this here, I'm actually going to get a second set. I eventually need to get some sort of like cloths I can use for this. That way I'm not going through paper towels every time. But essentially, I'm just going to go through, push down, a little bit of pressure, not too much. You don't want to break your potatoes. If you need to, you can get in here and kind of like just wiggle your hand around, kind of get them to break up, make sure you're getting any extra moisture. They don't need to be super dry. Again, you don't want to dry them individually. You don't need to go crazy with it. Just enough that they're not super wet so that the oil sticks to them. So now that that's good, we're going to go ahead and see if I can get this. Oops. Okay, I'm trying to do this in one swift move. Oh, there we go. Teamwork, right? Is that all of them? Cool. So, we got ours soaked for about 7 minutes. Cornstarch and water, not too much. You don't need very much for this. Maybe a couple of teaspoons, just unless you do like a really big batch of potatoes. But this was, even for personal use, this is a pretty decent amount. So we soaked them, towel dried them. Now, I recommend this type of oil. Anything olive oil you can use. You can use any other oil you want. This just is a little bit healthier in terms of oil. Just a nice little vigorous splash. I'd probably say a couple of teaspoons if you want an actual measurement for it. And then we're going to take this and try our best to not launch these. And yep, we lost one already. Get in there. I'm just going to go until I notice the fries look nice and shiny. And pretty much that everything looks like it's evenly coated. So it's not a big old puddle anywhere. It looks good, right? Okay. So, just picked up this guy. We got another new garlic powder. So we're going to do garlic powder. We're going to do onion powder. Black pepper, of course. This is the wrong one. I'm going to use this one. And then probably just to add a little extra on top and make these bougie. Not bougie, but just a little fancy. We're going to do some Spanish paprika. What else can I put in there? And to be honest, because I'm not going to salt them too much off the rip, but at the end we're going to finish it with the citrus rosemary seasoning, which is a finishing salt that I picked up from Simply Organic. But this shit, oh, that's gone. Really good seasoning. The smell on it is amazing. I love parsley. I love lemon. So, or anything citrus is really good. All right, so we'll save this salt for last. I think this is actually brand new. I don't think it's even open yet. But yep, I just picked this up yesterday. So, or actually not this morning. My bad. I forgot I went to the store this morning. So this is new from McCormick. I like their new packaging now. Oh, this is cool. This is really nice. All right, so we're gonna go through, do a couple of little shakes, give this a couple of little flips, do on the back side as well. You don't have to go too crazy. This seasoning stuff, I have to put a lot of seasoning on these, so it's gonna go a long way. Your fries will have flavor, trust me. All right, so onion powder next. Same thing, we're gonna just go across, give these a couple of flips. I'm gonna go across again. You come back. Why is it the same French fry keeps fucking... I swear it's the same fry. Dude does not want it. He's like, no! Shut up. Alright. Now we got Spanish. I love Spice Walla. They do like these little metal tins with like these old school, like, it gives me like 50 like Fallout vibes, like shit you'd find rummaging through like a house or something, you know what I mean? Like, I love like the old school look of these. Alright, so a little bit of that. A little bit of this. Okay, getting some color on them. They're looking good. They're smelling good. Last but not least, my personal favorite, and I probably use this way too much. This ain't garlic powder. I don't know which one I use more, but I love fucking black powder. I don't powder. Not gunpowder. Black pepper. Oh my gosh. Alright. So same idea. Go across. Give it a couple of flips. You can do it differently. I imagine you're not going to be sitting there flipping maybe as good or dropping shit. I drop shit. It happens. But, oops, see? As I say it, it does, right? So there's your seasoned fries. They look really good. They smell good already. So that's done. We're going to let that sit. I need to get my oven going. I should have had that started. Oopsies. We're going to do 425 today. Should be good. It's a good temp for fries. Actually, no. I'm going to do 390. We're going to do something weird. Is the oven light on? No. Okay, so we'll leave the citrus salt out because I need to finish with that later. We'll put these back. I got a new cinnamon for later for when we do the banana bread. A ground Saigon cinnamon. So I'm going to be doing apple pie cookies with these too as well, so I'm excited. I'm thirsty though. I've been talking too much. I want to take a second to say thank you to everyone that came in for popping in the stream today. Appreciate you guys. And we have the actual SOD Drift team. Wow. All right. Nice cold one. We got a root beer from Maine Root, one of my favorite companies. Oh, yeah. Nothing, excuse me. First sip of the root beer was spicy. Whew. You know how they used to blow up mines back in the day to get gold and shit? I feel like that just happened in my chest with the root beer. Oh, man, that felt good, though. Okay, so we got that ready. I'm going to go ahead and move this because I got to get into the oven right now, or the stove. I'm guessing I should probably just do big sheet pans, right? Instead of smaller ones. That makes more sense. One should have? Question mark. hopefully. Hopefully I don't need both of these, but we'll see. Alright, usually I put like parchment paper. You could put foil down if you really wanted to. You don't have to. If you have a non-stick type of sheet pan like this, it should be fine, especially because these are all oiled as well anyway. So we're just gonna lay them out. Alright, trick for these guys. I'm gonna move you guys one last time, or a couple more times, but take this over here, move that. I just try to get it as flat as I can, so I'll tap, I'll shake, make sure there's not like too many like stacked on top of each other, so the heat can kind of evenly hit everything. That looks about as best I can get it. Realistically, I could probably do another pan and give it more space and really flatten it out, but that should be good enough where it's not gonna undercook anything. And if worse comes to worse, I can shake it in between the sessions, which you should probably do anyway. But that's gonna take a while, so we're gonna let those sit for a second because the oven needs to preheat. Can't do the banana bread yet. I'm gonna make the dough. I could make the dough now actually and let it sit, but I want to wait until at least get the fries and burgers going. But at least the caramel sauce is done. If anything, because this is actually completely cool now, I'm gonna transfer that. And just for now, I'm gonna put it. Hey now, almost just took you guys out. I'm just gonna put it in this little glass beaker real quick, at least for now. Got my handy dandy spatula. Oh man, this caramel looks so good, dude. Oops, wasn't paying attention. Probably shouldn't have done this on the burners, but it's okay. Yum. Not have anything to burn on the stove top later, right? All right, so there's our, oh baby. Look at that caramel, dude. Can we just take a second? Look how pretty that looks. All right. I'm gonna set it to the side. All right, well, I don't want to start the burgers yet either because the fries need to be done first because burgers honestly won't take very long. So for right now, we're chilling until we can get something else going. I do have my ripe bananas that were frozen that are now waiting to be turned into a dough. Chilling. All right. Meat's coming down from the fridge temp. We should be good with that. I can't wait. These fries are going to be good. I haven't done fries in the oven in quite some time. I've been doing the air fryer a lot and then just buying frozen fries. Because, what is it? I did have these. And I could have easily just done these tonight, but I wanted to show you guys how to make French fries. So I didn't want to use these. These are for like lazy meals throughout the week. Like I'm not going to be making homemade fries every time I want French fries. I usually go to something like this, to be honest. But to showcase making them, and that I can make them, and that they are fun to make. It's not too hard of a process to do. I personally enjoy making French fries. They are fun. They're very rewarding because when they're done, having a homemade, like fresh, crispy French fry, unbeatable. Unbeatable. Especially because you can season it yourself. I'm going to sweep this up real quick, but it's really good. Really, really good. Got a little cornstarch that I spilled, nice and clean now. Been streaming for an hour, not bad. I'm actually going over my normal slotted time, but it's okay because French fries do take a while. These alone probably gonna take. Man, I should have preheated the oven a while ago. Dang it, that set me back about like probably 10-15 minutes, but that's okay. It's part of the learning process. These are probably gonna take quite a bit to cook, so. All right, move that right there. Got the onions ready. We got all our condiments in the fridge. I got the pickles. No tomatoes this time. Caramel sauce is done. We'll do the banana bread here in a little bit. Because that takes an hour to cook in the oven, so I won't be obviously showing the banana bread cooking. But I'll show you guys how to make the banana bread dough, how I set it up and get it ready to be put into the oven. And then I'll also show pictures later, of course, of what it looked like. I'll have to post my Instagram up too, because that's where I have all my photos and videos and other stuff that doesn't make it to Discord. It usually goes to Instagram, so I think next time too, I'm gonna also probably stream on Instagram instead of YouTube. So just that way I can kind of get everyone to one spot. I still do YouTube as well, but I also want to do some food on YouTube streaming. Or not food, I'm doing food now. Gaming, I want to stream some video games as well on YouTube. And still do some food content, but I want to use my Instagram as much as I can for my food stuff. Because that's like kind of what I have it set up for. So that's, in the future, I think all my streams will be going there. At least partially, for the most part. Delicious. All right. Ready. Away we go. I'm going to say for now, we'll do 20 minutes and see where that takes us. I'm going to put 25. I feel like at 20, when it says 20, I'll shake them. You guys got to remind me, when that hits 20 minutes, we got to shake the fries. But yeah. So what else can we do? Because I can't cook the burgers yet, because those are not going to take 20 minutes to make, that's for sure. I could make the banana dough early. I don't see why not. I could just set that up and set it to the side, because as soon as the fries are done, I can throw the banana bread in. I just have to turn the oven temperature down. So banana bread is, for the most part, 350 degrees for about 1 hour. 55 to 60 minutes is usually, once you see the recipe, that's about what it calls for. Oh my gosh. And that's going in a loaf pan. Pretty standard. Forget, does this say the size that it is? It doesn't, which kind of sucks. I forget what size this is, but this is like a standard loaf pan. This is what I use for my banana breads, and it works every time, at least for the recipe that I found that I use. So, we'll take that out now. Oh, you know what? Do I have parchment paper? Well, that's what I needed parchment paper for, was for my banana bread, but I am completely out at the moment. So, normally I use parchment paper, that way when it comes time to taking it out of the pan, I can just grab the parchment paper and lift up, and it makes it easy to remove it from the pan. This is a non-stick pan, so it really shouldn't stick to this anyways. But what we're going to do is I'm going to take some butter and just line around the edges of the pan, just to help it so when it's baking, hopefully it won't stick to this. It shouldn't really. If the dough's done correctly, it shouldn't stick. So that's going to be me getting my part done correctly. So, but since we're waiting, I'm going to go ahead and do this now. I'm going to go ahead and just take these out. So these are ripened bananas that I've stuck in the freezer. And then we're just going to peel them apart real quick. Boom. Good thing about ripe bananas, they're pretty easy to work with, and this shit just pretty much falls out. banana poops, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Okay, so from here, I believe it's, not knocking around. If I remember correctly, I believe it's a half cup of butter for this recipe. I have it written down. 1 second. It's actually been a minute since I've done it. Yeah, so 8 tablespoons of butter or 1/2 cup of butter. So we're gonna take. So most sticks of butter will tell you, but if you look at this, so we used about this much earlier for the caramel. But if you look on the side, you have 8 tablespoons, and that's 1/2 cup, and that's basically 1 whole stick of butter. So we're gonna take this and melt it down, and we're gonna throw it into, which matter of fact, I'm gonna move all this for the time being, because I'm gonna, usually I would, like I could microwave this to make it quick, just to soften it, but I've been liking doing stovetop and browning the butter a bit, so we're gonna do that instead, just since we have time to kill. I rather do the long process instead of the short process. Big chunk of caramel stuck in here, so give me a second. Fighting for my life over here. And this is why, when they say non-stick, use non-stick. I got this little freaking caramel in the corner. Okay, saved it. I thought I was gonna have to use a different pan, and that was just gonna have to soak for a while because the caramel was not gonna come off. Whew. Luckily that didn't happen. So we're gonna set that there. Throw this whole bitch in. Turn it up to like right below medium heat. It should start melting now because the pan's nice and warm. So, and we're basically gonna melt this down. Excuse me, until it turns into melted butter. You want to probably gonna brown it a tiny bit, just a little bit, not too much. I don't want it to get too hot when I go to mix it. Let's get my sugar ready. Really struggling with brown sugar not being absolutely, sorry, my elbows are right in the camera, like chunky. Oh, it's annoying. Like, I love brown sugar for the flavor and baking with it. It's probably one of my favorite sugars, to be honest, especially I use light brown sugar. But man, it dries out and it's a pain in the ass to deal with sometimes. dismount. Boom. Got it. Oh yeah. So, for reference on what I'm doing right now, let me show you. Let me show you my recipes. Alright, so this is gonna be chicken scratch as shit, but so you got 1.5 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. You can do a tiny bit more if you like. If you want to do 2, you can. 1/4 teaspoon of sea salt. I usually do like 1/2 to maybe, yeah, about that much. Same amount for cinnamon. I think it's 3/4 tablespoon, I believe, or teaspoon. Sorry. 8 tablespoons of butter, which is 1/2 cup. 3/4 cups of brown sugar. You just saw that. 2 large eggs, and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And then oven 350, 55 to 65 minutes. Usually I do 55, and I haven't had an issue or 60 minutes. Once all this is mixed and together, how I'm going to show you, you can literally just throw it in there and forget about it. Like it'll do its magic. I love this recipe. It's great. I got pancake recipes, naan. This was a cashew. This was for oh fuck yeah! This is the ingredient list I had to get to make. This was for a Valentine's Day dinner. All that, like all those seasonings for a chicken marinade. That's the gravy. Crazy, right? And you got my cookie dough recipe. This is what I use for everything. I got my muffin recipe, which that one got all fucked up. I'll have to rewrite that. But all right, so banana bread. Let's get it. Alright. Turn this down a bit. I'm gonna have my handy dandy mixer ready. Okay. Okay, so it's melted. Wait for it to brown a tiny bit, not too crazy. I'm gonna move these apples real quick. We're gonna use this space to blend right here. I'm gonna move this over here. What we're gonna do is I'm gonna set you guys up like right here so you can watch me do this. And put my phone back in here. All right, cool. So my little hand mixer I got, little Hamilton Beach. Love this thing. Different modes. Got this little freaking quick release. I can basically shoot them out when I'm done, which is cool. I got this for like 30 bucks, 40 bucks I think. And it came with these guys here, as well as like a standard little whisk. So definitely worth it. Oh, and it also came with this little container when you store it. All the pieces sit in here and you just, it clicks in place on the side. So you can take it to go if you needed to, which is pretty cool. All right. We're gonna let that just sit for a second. We don't want it to be super, super hot. We want it to be warm, obviously, but let that cool for just a minute. Fries are looking pretty good. I'd say, what did I say, 20 minutes? We'll check and shake them maybe and flip them. They should be good. We're at 13 minutes right now, so we're getting there. Let's see. Okay, let the butter sit for a second. I'm just gonna chill for a minute. Sometimes I just want to keep like go, but I always forget. Let's circle back to this real quick. Yeah, my fucking caramel, dude. Look at that shit. Look at that molasses caramel, dude. Woo-hoo-wee. That's gonna be so good with banana bread, salted caramel. Well, it's not like salted, but a little bit of sea salt in there. Oh. spatula. Do I have to throw it back in there? I think I did. That's good. We're just gonna pour this in here. I get a spatula to make sure I get every little bit of it because butter is essential to baking when you're using butter as like your main liquid source. So you want to make sure you get as much as you can from here. So we have the 3 bananas you guys saw, the 3/4 cups brown sugar, and then the 8 tablespoons or half a cup of butter, or AKA 1 whole stick of usually a standard size of butter. Let's go ahead and mix this. I usually go into the bananas, are kind of like, it's nice and smooth texture a little bit. It can be a little chunky, it's fine. Don't be afraid to move it around and just make sure you're incorporating everything. You don't want to over mix it either, so we'll do a couple more passes here. Okay, so next, we will take our vanilla. And actually, yeah. Before I finish, I'm gonna do something real quick. For the sake of, I'm gonna need more space here in a minute, just for, this requires a pretty good amount of dough, so I'm gonna move this. We're gonna make our flour mixture in here, but I want to transfer this real quick before we finish all the liquid process. So most recipes like this, so for my cookie dough recipe, banana bread recipe, it usually calls for you make your liquids together, and then you put all your liquids together, all your dry separately, and then you'll mix them at the end, which I'll show you guys exactly how I do that. Alright, we're going to save the spatula because I have a feeling we're still going to do this again. Alright, so now, before we can finish that, let's go ahead and get our flour mix. If you guys remember, 1.5 cups of flour. I'm going to get my baking soda as well. Great brand. We got Mr. Bob's Red Mill. They make great flour. They make great baking powder. They make granola. If you ever can find these guys, order them online. If you're into baking, you want granola for yogurt, you need some baking powder. This company rocks. Good shit. So we're gonna take that right there. Get our really noisy measuring cups. Let's get our flour. So as flat as we can, there's 1 cup. And then we're going to find 1/2 cup. And we're going to go ahead and fill that bad boy up. Make sure even as flat as possible. Boom, boom. Okay. And then for... Remember the baking powder, I think it was about 1 teaspoon. I'm going to do a tiny bit more than that, but pretty much the same. We're coming back to these guys here. So I'm going to take about that much. More than a teaspoon, but all right. Take a little bit of, we got the sea salt here. So that's 1/4 of a teaspoon. That's about maybe there, maybe That might be half of a teaspoon, if even that. You just don't want to go too big with the salt. Doing a little bit more than it calls for, like a tiny bit, it's going to be fine. It's not going to kill it. I just wouldn't go overboard. So we're going to use this today for the banana bread as well. It's going to bring out some good flavor with that caramel, as well as I'm going to throw in some nutmeg as well. So let's open this up. I've never used Saigon cinnamons. I don't know the big difference. I don't know if this is like the region it's from, or if they add something different to it, because from what it shows ingredient wise, it's just cinnamon. So, ooh, that's good. That straight up like smells like, if fall was a seasoning, this would be it. Like, it smells like there's a little bit of sweetness to it than a traditional like cinnamon powder. So this is cool. So we're gonna do a couple little ba-boom, ba-boom. We're going over to the spice wallet. We got our nutmeg powder. This stuff a little bit goes a long way, so we're gonna do probably about the same amount of like this, how we did the salt. So maybe about half a teaspoon of nutmeg. And then once we got that all in there, so you have your flour, your baking powder, your nutmeg, your cinnamon, any of your dry ingredients, your salt. We're just gonna sit here and we're gonna whisk this together. As you can see, the flour itself kind of has like it changed color a bit. Kind of looks like almost like the cinnamon. That's kind of what you want. You don't want it to look like cinnamon, because then I think you might have added too much. But there's that. So that's ready. We're gonna get our vanilla here. We're rocking and rolling. Before I start this, I'm gonna do 1 full teaspoon. All right. And from there, I think it's 2 eggs. Now, I've had people, when they do like these process, usually as they're adding the liquid steps, like right now, usually most people would blend in the vanilla and then blend in the eggs, for the sake of not over blending, which I don't think you will anyways. I'm just gonna add all my liquids that I need now, and then just blend them all together in one swift movement instead of breaking it down so much. But that's just me. I don't think it really changed the process. I've done it both ways, and I don't really notice a big difference. So I think you're fine if you do it either way. Okay. So, vanilla, eggs. And then I actually got to check on the fries for a minute. We just had 20 minutes. So before I fully mix this dough, we're going to go ahead and give the fries a little attention first. So I'm going to actually move this. Same idea. You don't want to overmix this. Just get it incorporated. That's good enough. So let that sit for a minute. We're going to move this. All right, so let's take a look at the French fries, shall we? Ooh, that's steamy. Let me break these up a bit. Break them free so they're not sticking too much without hopefully breaking any of my French fries. Alright, so we got most of them in there. These still have a long ways to go, so we're going to stick them back in there. I'm going to do 12 more minutes, and I'm also going to do this at 4:15 temperature. What I really want is just the fries to be done, even if they're not overly crispy by that point, because I can still take the fries and put them on a broil for a bit to get the nice crispiness for the edges and everything. So we're sitting okay. I'm going to make this dough real quick, and then I got to run to the restroom, and then I'll be back. But so far, oh yeah, caramel's extra thick. All right, so Fries are in. Let those do their magic. Hopefully they turn out good. We'll see. Now we got our flour mix. We're gonna come back here. I usually think about medium spin. And then we're gonna throw in about half of the dough, maybe a little bit less. And then incorporate all this, make sure it's all at the sides. Okay, we're getting our dough, it's looking good. Throw the rest of this in there. Oh, I can smell the cinnamon. This is gonna be so good with the caramel. Oh my gosh. Best thing about this freaking blender, reload. Fucking slick, right? I love this shit. All right, that's good. All right, we got our dough. We got our dough. So. Remember that piece of butter that I cut off earlier to use for the caramel sauce? Well, now we can use it to lube up the pan. And yes, I said lube up the pan. So we're gonna take this flat side here. I usually get a little bit, just so I can, I guess we'll just hold it like this. But yeah, take this guy now. I'm just gonna go on all the sides. Don't make sure you're extra generous with it. Don't be scared to get the butter in the cracks and crevices. No, I'm just gonna move that because that's in the way. Oh yeah, get all the corners. Make sure you just, no stones unturned. Get the edges here because I know the bread's gonna rise a bit. So there we go, nice and shiny. She looks good, she feels good. Let's get this there. A little bit of butter. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, let's put this here, and then let's go ahead and get this dough in here. We're gonna do about half of the dough, if I can, close to it. You get back in it. Okay. Attack me. I'll get this guy. And we're gonna even it out in the space. Try to flatten this out best we can. Dough on my fingers. Now, my favorite part. We are gonna take this one. You guys ready? I know I am. Look at it. Woo! I'm out. All right. this is going to be the center of the bread. Hopefully this sticks through at the end. I'm going to do about 2 scoops of this. I'm going to put a little bit more on top once it gets close to done. Oh yeah. Again, there's no recipe for this. This is me just freehanding it and hoping that it works. This is how my mind works. So I'm giving you a peek into the chaos, which is my mind. Every last little piece of it. Oops, this piece of this dough. I almost just shot all that dough at me. Okay. Now that we got this in here, again, we're gonna just spread this out, get it evenly as covered as possible. Alright, this is ready. You got the caramel on there. We got the banana bread. I'm not going to throw any more on now. I'm going to wait till it's almost done, and then I'm going to hit it with another caramel glaze. And then let it bake the last 5 minutes, and hopefully I should get a nice little cover. That, or I just wait till it's done, and then I'll hit it with the drizzle when it's cooled, and let that be something like that. I haven't figured that out yet. Alright, what do we got? 4. This back. So before I start this next venture, I'm going to clean this up a little bit. I always believe as much as you can, try to clean up as you go. That way when you're done and you're tired and you've been cooking all day, you don't have to worry about cleaning up a bunch of shit. So I actually need to load that dishwasher right now because I don't want to deal with that later. I'm going to want to eat and make some fries and have some delicious food. Speak of the devil. Oh, I didn't put a timer back on this? Oopsies. Well, that's fun. Now we're playing a mystery game. Oh, it's still on there. 3 minutes, okay. That was weird, it didn't show up. My spatula. Damn it, did I put it back in the sink already? Alright, we're getting some crunch, we're getting the right sounds. We're getting there. I would say ultimate. Ah! No! Chaos. There we go. Oh my god. Alright, so this is actually going to take a lot longer, so we're going to do another 10 minutes for now. This is sitting. I'm going to move this back over here, away from any heat. Let's put this little mixer away. And I'm going to go run to the bathroom. I will be back. You guys keep an eye on the fries for me. Here, I'm going to set you guys. Just watch that timer for me, alright? Alright, we're back. Woo. You guys watching the timer for me? Still good? Alright, 8 minutes. Not bad. Hopefully by then the fries will be good enough for me to do the broil trick. Which that will be where I have to actually lock in and pay attention, or else my fries will go from really good to really bad very quickly. And we don't want that now, do we? Okay. Who is Mig Whale? Let's see. Oh yeah, we're getting some color down there. What I may do, if the fries get close enough to being done, I may just take them out and finish them in the air fryer. That way they don't have to fully cook. I mean, this took long enough anyway, but I just want to get the meat going and get the oven freed up so I can start doing, I can put the banana bread in there. So I'm going to check on them once the timer goes off. They should be close to be good enough, if not already good enough. And then we'll go from there. And hopefully I can get this jam rolling. Looking at a 2-hour stream today. Damn. I figured it'd be longer since I was doing baking and cooking together. And I'll post the banana bread up too as well. I'll have to link my Instagram. Can I do it? I probably could do it in here. I just don't know how to. I'd have to somehow post it. I don't think I have my Instagram on my iPad. I'll have to fix that for next time, which my iPod is actually about to die. My phone should be charged enough. I'm gonna go ahead and move this and charge it before it completely dies. Okay. Dun, 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 dun. Alright, let's put you guys right about. That should be good. Going. Let's get this rolling. That's what I was gonna do too. Is load up this dishwasher. Thank God for dishwashers, because this process takes so much longer if I had to do this shit from scratch. Or from scratch. If I had to wash dishes by hand, I probably wouldn't enjoy cooking as much, to be honest. That would suck. Especially for how messy baking can be with like the dough and everything. Dude, dishwasher makes it so much less stressful. Empty. It's okay. watching that timer? Am I on it? Yeah. Okay. Pretty much use all my bowls except for one today. I'm surprised. I usually don't use that much, but I guess we had a lot of meat today, right? Okay. Dishes are officially a thing of the past. Okay. Alright. Oh, you know what? I had my these little jangles. I didn't even use them. I was too busy using my stupid giraffe spoon I have. Dang it. A bit more. Ooh, okay, that works. More than I wanted to use, but we're gonna work with it. You know what I'm saying? Burger seasonings. I'm actually gonna move you guys here. Let me move you back because Fry's gonna come out here in a second. Oh yeah. Mine actually not even need to use the air fryer. As long as they're kind of a bit doughy still. Maybe I can finish them in the air fryer, honestly, still. Just like 5 minutes or so should be enough. If we take one of these guys. Yeah, the color. Right? It's a good looking fry, right? Oh yeah. Good flavor. Not salty at all, which is good. What I wanted. I wasn't trying to do any salt bake. I technically probably could broil these, but it's not going to do exactly what I'm looking for, so I am going to not do that and have a chance of completely burning these French fries, and I'm going to do the right thing and throw them in the air fryer. The good thing is they're basically already fully cooked, so I'm going to do batches. That way I don't have to worry about it not cooking right or frying it. Okay, that's going. Let's get our burgers down, yeah? Every time. Pretty good. Yeah, sweet fine. this way so I can actually pick out my slices, my chunks of meat. Alright, so let me keep this on me. Do my hands for too much. Alright. Ground beef, right? I'll try to do this so you guys can see everything. So we're gonna take this guy back to the Spanish paprika. Decent amount. We got some organic ground cumin. Not too much. That stuff goes a long way. Onion powder. I like to do, or garlic powder, sorry. This is the onion powder. I like to do a decent amount of both of these. They're my favorite. I'm not going to use that one just because I did both, but I will do salt separately. Again, I don't use a lot of salt. If you like more salt in your food, by all means, do what you got to do. I keep it pretty mild. I like to use other stuff to flavor it. At the very end, too, we can always throw a little bit of this to finish it, just to give it that extra flavor. And then now you're just going to get in here. You can mix with a tool. If you're not comfortable with bare hands, you don't like the feel of it, by all means, you can use a spatula. I prefer this. Don't know why. It's messier, but it works. It incorporates everything pretty well. So we're just going to keep mixing this around. Alright, so as you can see, everything's incorporated pretty well, right? Mixed together. Now, I'm going to take you guys here, and we're going to take, for the first burger, we're going to throw one here. One there. We're going to take this guy and probably this one, and we're going to smash them. Not too bad. There we go. Same to this side. Sticking a bit more than I wanted to, but it's okay. Take your time with it. You don't want it to break up too much. We got our two first smashed patties down. Because you are essentially smashing these down, I'm going to throw this in there, create a space. 1 hour. We're going in, baby. Wish you luck. See how it turns out. My first time doing it without parchment paper, so hopefully we don't fuck it, you know what I'm saying? Alright. Back to the burgers. Actually, you know what? You guys were closer over here. Let me get you guys a little bit closer to the action, right? Now these are going to cook pretty fast because they're smashed down, so they won't take as long. Station's going. Let that sit. Gotta do a business. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That little finishing salt, you know what I'm saying? Bugger. Oh yeah. And now that we flip it a little bit, and I'm gonna just go ahead and throw a little bit of this on top. Boom, boom. Give it that little citrus pop. All you who've been sticking around, thank you for still being here. Coming up on the 2-hour mark, so cheers to you guys. Alright. Oh yeah. That's a French fry right there. Good. Now normally I would dump them in the pan, but since I want them to stay warm for later, I'm going to finish salting here. I'm going to take this guy. I'm going to move all this real quick. It's still hot. Now we're going to throw them back in there as a group. Give it a few minutes with this guy out of the way. Honestly, these should be pretty much done. Most hamburgers, especially because this is ground steak, you can go about 165, maybe a little bit before that, but I'll show you guys real quick. This is where we're at. Because it's ground steak, not completely ground beef, so you can pull them off a bit earlier. We're about 157, 160 right now, so I'm going to give them a few more minutes. I'm going to turn this up just a tad bit. We should be good. I think I did a little too much oil, so I'm going to dump some of this out when I go to take these burgers off, because it's just too much. Too much oil. Way too much. Okay, we're back. Less oil. I need to move this stuff. This needs to go. I'm gonna do, for the sake of that oil spill there. Perfect. And, oh, I'm gonna turn the fries off before I burn them too quick. Definitely some burnt fries in there, but the rest are good. Okay, we're gonna take this again. chunk. I'm gonna chunk them out. Bam. Yeah, I'm on almost 2 hours now. So I'm baking and cooking, so I had to get a lot of the prep work for the baking done first, and then we started off making a homemade caramel sauce, which came out really, really freaking good. The color is spot on. We got a banana bread currently in the oven. Let me give you a little sneak peek in there. She's cooking. She's doing her thing. That's gonna be about an hour though, so that's probably gonna be. This is gonna be done before that because now I'm on the burgers. The fries are already ready. Got the fries in there, a couple little crispy ones, but that's okay. It happens. All right, so this is going. I'm already seasoned a little bit. So I'm gonna do it backwards this time. Let there a little bit on the side. I'm gonna flip to see if it tastes different at all. I'm trying to see. You're trying to go to bed and you come watch a cooking stream? Good luck. I'll be wide awake. Look at all that extra oil that we didn't need. I put way too much in there. I'm gonna go dump this in the trash. Don't ever dump this shit in your sink. If you have one of these, dump it in here, let it cool down, and then dump it in the trash. And make sure also that there's something that you can dump it into the trash. Like say if you have some paper towels on the bottom somewhere or some other trash and stuff, like don't throw it in an empty trash bag because you don't just want a puddle of oil on the bottom. You know what I mean? Like hopefully you have something in your trash when you throw it away. Look at that. I already dumped all that oil out and look how much more already came out. These burgers are juicy. It's a juicy burger. All right, we're coming to the end here. We still have, I think, enough for probably one big burger on the bottom there. This should be enough for one burger in there. Gotta support the team show. All right. There we go. Fries are good. Burgers are getting there. I got one more set to probably do after this. Banana bread is also on 45 minutes, so that won't be too long before that's done. I'll go ahead and post that up once it's done as well. But yeah, here we are. These homemade French fries, though. Oh, baby. That light little crispy crunch, but kind of softy on the inside. I'm talking about. That's the good stuff right there. Yeah. What grab that for? They do cook pretty quick, so I'm just gonna check it real quick. You know kind of where the temp is at because it'll start to slow down once you're close to it. So it's about 140-ish. Yeah, 140 on the dot and then drop back down. So still need some more time on these. Hit it with the oil a little bit. Rekindle that fire. For this being my phone camera, it's pretty clear. Like, this isn't bad quality at all. For just being an iPhone, you know what I mean? I mean, it's 30 frames a second, which I guess that's all my stream can put out, especially through a phone. I eventually want to have better camera setups. I want to have it where I can have one screen facing the stove, one facing where I'm chopping at, and maybe one for the wash station if that's needed. But yeah, down the road, hopefully I'll get there. These might actually need a second flip. No. I'm over here just eating the fries. Sit in the heat for a little bit. Right, these should be good right now. Like 4 little slider pack. And then we're gonna finish them off with this guy. A bit bigger. Alright, you're getting center field here, buddy, all by yourself. Push it down just a little bit to get it going. We're gonna smash. There we go. Dismount. That big patty there. Down to the last burger, and then that will be it. I'll show you guys how we're gonna plate them up, onions and all the trimmings, all the toppings. Go ahead and put a little bit on there. Put this away. some of my favorite barbecue sauce, Jack Daniels. Our condiment bar, everything's ready. That. Buns ready. Buns. Get your buns. We got big buns, we got small buns, we got all the buns. Can't wait to have a slider. I love about sliders, dude. Like you get a couple little bites and you get the full flavor of a burger, but in a little bite size. Like, look at this. You just look at it. Like, come on. That can be perfect. I can't wait. I totally forgot about the fries, and then they're now definitely extra crispy. Oopsies. That's all good. Still gonna eat them. Just goes to show, not everybody's perfect, you know? There's a little extra burnt on some of them, but you know, the crunch is gonna be good, the flavor is gonna be good. It's gonna work. French fries will still get eaten regardless. Ooh, you ever want a good mustard? Stone ground. This shit's delicious. Alright guys, we're almost done here. I know we're on 2 hour mark, 2:10. Appreciate again being here. Let's tempt this burger and see if we can call it a day. Oh, we're calling it, baby. It's good. Alright, let's get this bun toasted. We're gonna plate the first plate. Leave that just in there until it's actually ready to go on. Move it over. All right, we're grooving. Gotta have a lot of things done in a matter of 2 hours. We're able to make a full dinner and make a dessert for later. And make a sauce for that dessert, so not too bad. I'd say pretty good overall. Showed you guys some cuts. We went through how to do French fries and cutting your potatoes and how to size the potatoes out. Again, if anyone missed anything, I know at some point this will be a long part to get to this video, but you can always go back and rewatch it, because as when I'm done, I post this, or when I end the live, it gets posted to my channel. So this one plus the other couple of videos that I've done should be on my channel to check out. I think we did, oh shoot, what did we do last time? Was it breakfast? Yeah, I did on the griddle. I did like pancakes, bacon, eggs, potatoes. Came out really good. Got to show off the griddle a bit. But yeah, I want to do something simple and easy. French fries, surprising, a lot of people don't know how to do them from scratch. Even though, you know, for me, they're fairly easy to do, but I also have, you know, a lot of practice from either fast food places making them or just making them in general. So I've had a lot of time to learn how to make them. Okay, we got the bun. Patty. Just a brown mustard. little bit on top, just some. Here, let me. It's like you guys can't even see this. What am I doing? I have you guys in the dark over here. All right. So we got the patty, mustard, mayo. We're gonna get some of our little cut onions here. Just throw those on top. We got these Pittsburgh pickles. These are so freaking good. I'm just gonna put these right there. And just to be a little extra, so I know he'll like it. Damn it. Probably should look for the edge to tear on, which he doesn't have one, weirdly enough. This paper is fighting me. There we go. So I'm just gonna throw a little bit on top of the burger. Not too much, just to go with the onions. I'm gonna take this guy. Boom. Sauce on the side. A little extra there. Take our extra crispy fries. Oh shit. And there we go. Homemade burger smash style. I got the onion bread toasted, homemade fries, some barbecue sauce. That's it, folks. That's a simple at-home meal. That one is gonna go there. And then real quick, we'll do my sliders. Patties are perfect. Look at that. They're almost squared shape, like the fucking. Can't get any better than that. You know what I'm saying? Alright, so I'm gonna do some here, some here. Put that back. I like a little bit more mayonnaise. I don't ever eat mayonnaise a lot, to tell you the truth, unless it's like potato salad or something. But burgers, I like mayonnaise on burgers. It adds a good flavor overall to the burger. I'll throw a little bit of ketchup, not too much because this is a small burger. I don't want it to be overloaded. Mustard. Throw my onions on top. Now, the Crown Resistance. You guys remember SpongeBob? It was 2 pickles. Don't forget the pickles. Love me some smash burgers. Here. I'm gonna take the rest of these because I'm a fatty when it comes to French fries, and I will eat all of them. Okay. And then for me, I'm a basic bitch when it comes to French fries, and I'm just old-fashioned ketchup. But I am weird. Ever since I was a kid, I don't know where this came from. I will have ketchup and I put black pepper in it. I don't know why. But it is one of my favorite things. I've been doing it since I used to eat food from McDonald's all the time. That was like my go-to thing. those little ketchup, little circle cups you get. I used to put a bunch of fucking black pepper in there. Don't know why. Just tastes really good to me for some reason. The flavor of ketchup and black pepper together is oddly tasteful. I don't know where that came from, but... Alright, so I'll just go back. Don't forget. Okay. So, number 2. We got the Hawaiian sliders. Got the French fries. Let me actually just... There we go. Bam. Not bad, right? 2 different plates, 2 different burgers, different sauces. But all delicious, all flavor, all made with love. I still have extra patties left over. I can have 2 more if I like. I probably will, honestly. I'll probably eat them all. But yeah, 30 minutes for banana bread. I'm so freaking stoked for that. That's going to be so good. But that being said, I'm going to end this here. I'm hungry. I'm ready to go watch. What are we watching? Oh, I think we're watching Daredevil Born Again, the new Daredevil show. Pretty good so far. I've been liking it. But yeah, hope everyone has a good night, good rest of their Sunday. Again, if you missed anything, you want to go back, you want to see stuff that was done throughout the whole stream from the beginning of the caramel sauce to the finish now, you can always go back and rewatch it after I end it. But yeah, that being said, thank you for sticking around for 2 hours, and I will catch y'all later.